Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all happy and healthy. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Bluey. I know it's been a while since I last filmed, but I thought today we should talk about the pros and cons of buying a cheap planner. So if that's something that interests you and you would like to see it, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and we'll get straight into the video. Okay, so we're going to start with the pros of the cheap planner. And I had to pull out this baby because she is technically my cheapest planner, and I don't think any other website actually has this as a specific brand. So I am pretty much saying that this is the cheap planner. But let's start with the pros. And the first one that I'm actually going to talk about is that it is cheap. So when it comes to buying a cheap planner, it is cheap, whether you buy secondhand or not. Usually it's very cheap, and that is the most amazing thing in the world because you can get a really nice planner most of the time and it's really cheap. So for me, as I've said in many other videos, this planner was from Facebook Marketplace, and I actually bought this for, I think it was $20, maybe $30. Honestly, I can't remember now because it's been that long, but I know it was not exactly expensive. It was the most cheapest planner I have ever heard of or seen, and the quality of it was just absolutely immaculate. So that's probably one of the best pros of a cheap planner, is the fact that it is cheap. Moving on to the second pro, and that would have to be the quality. And you can sometimes really find a good quality planner even if it's cheap. And you know, you've got the leather, you've got the hardware, and it's just all good quality usually. Depending on what kind of planner you get, your planner that, you know, when you buy it and it's a cheap planner, the leather is usually really good. For me, this leather on this cheap planner is absolutely amazing, and I love the style that they have given it. And I don't know, the quality about it, I don't know what it is but about this planner, and honestly I thought this was an expensive planner, but it's not. And it's so amazing the fact that I found this cheap planner and the quality about it is absolutely mind-blowing. The leather is so beautiful, the stitching is perfect, even the hardware is quite good. I mean, as you can see, it's a little scuffed up, but the lady did tell me that. Sorry, I lost my voice for a moment then. As the lady told me that, you know, in the post, it is a little bit scuffed up, which I was okay with because it wasn't going to bother me as much. But it's just, I'm blown away with how great this planner had turned out to be, and I got it for cheap, so that was really a very good bonus. So that's one of the perks when it comes to buying a cheap planner. Sometimes you just hit that good quality mark and you didn't have to spend a fortune on it. The last pro that I could think of, it was the fact that it draws me back. When it comes to a cheap planner, I'm not sure if it's just me or not, but I find myself going back to this same planner over the high-end brand ones. And like, I have Motum, I now have a Maypaper Co. one, and I don't know what it is. I even had Mumsy Bub. I'm pretty sure if I had a Louis Vuitton, I'd still go back to this. I don't know what it is about having this kind of a cheap planner. Maybe it's the style, maybe it's the feel, I don't know. But whenever I use this, I love it. And whenever I'm in a different planner, I don't want to get in. I don't want to stay in it for too long because I just want to go back into this one because I miss it so much. Honestly, I don't know what it is about this planner, but that's what it does to me. So I did find that as a pro, and I thought that was kind of good in a sense. So the fact that it's a cheap planner and I'm choosing this over other expensive planners and still going back to it, that is a bonus, and I absolutely love it. Okay, moving on to the cons now, and I could only think of like a couple of cons, to be honest. And the first con is that it is unique. When it comes to cheap planners, they are very unique. They are also very hard to find once they're gone. They are usually made once and never again, which is really upsetting for the people that want the same planner again. So if this planner by any means gets absolutely destroyed and I cannot use it anymore, I cannot find the same planner, which is so upsetting because I absolutely love this planner and I cannot find it anywhere for the life of me. So yeah, when it comes to the cheaper planners, you honestly look after it. That's all I can say, is that when it's a cheap planner, they are usually just made once and never again, and you'll never find it again. So they are very unique. So that was definitely one of the cons I did find when it comes to a cheap planner. Moving on to the second con, I found that they do damage a lot quicker. Not all, but most cheap planners will damage fairly quickly, in saying that it depends on how well you treat and look after your planner as well. So for me, I treat this with so much caution and just treat it like it's an absolute baby because I know for the fact that I'm never ever going to find it again. But anyway, going back to what I mean is, so when it comes to cheaper planners, depending on the quality of it, it can damage a lot quicker. And that, when I say that, it's usually the rings that I mostly talk about. Sometimes you get those planners that just have those weird scuff marks. I mean, there was one that I bought from Kmart and it was $10, I think, and it just had some weird damages here and there. The elastic band didn't last very long at all, and it was just, you know, it was not the greatest, but it was a planner, you know. But with this one, I do find that the rings do go apart, but it's an easy fix that I can do. The scuff marks on the rings, I cannot fix that unless if I'm going to sit there and polish it. I probably could, actually. I wonder if I could do that. Or spray paint it, one or the other. Honestly, you can fix it if you really have the time to do it, and you want to take the time to do it as well. But when it comes to cheap planners, I have found a lot of the other cheap planners, mainly Kmart ones, and I think even some other little ones that I can't remember where I got them from, but they do damage pretty quick, but not all of them. And that's all I really have to say about that second con. With this one, I'm honestly shocked at how amazing this is well kept, and it's still going strong. But out there, when it comes to a cheap planner, there are some that are just going to be not so good. So there you have it, lovelies. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below of whether you have any more to add for the pros or cons of what you found with with buying a cheap planner. Let me know anyway in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and thank you for taking the time out of your day in watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to be positive and give love. Bye.